Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to calculate age and years of service when you have a date. So in this case, let's start with age. So let's say we have the birthday for a list of people. We'd like to calculate the age of that person. So I'm going to type age. Let's make this the same format by using the format painter. Now this is the date I have on the left. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to do equal sign and use a function called DATEDIF. Now, if you're an Excel user, this function is still available. You will probably not see it populate like this. So it's not one of the documented functions, but it's still available. So if you type the function, it will still work. So I'm going to do DATEDIF. And this function accepts a start date, an end date, and a format. So the start date in this case is going to be the birthday, comma. And the end date, it's going to be whatever the end date is. So if I wanted to do today's date, I could put it in quotes. So I'm going to do 7/10/2019, something like that, comma. And finally, the format. So the format is going to be Y for years. If I close this, hit enter, that will be the age of that person, 32 years old. If I drag this down, we're going to get the age for everybody else based on their birthday. So a couple of things to keep in mind. If you want this to dynamically recalculate, so let's say going forward, we want to just open the spreadsheet and get everybody's age based on the birthday because they're going to get older, right? Dynamically recalculating. So what you could do instead of typing the date right here, you could use today function in your formula that will just output today's date. And it would again calculate the age. The only difference now, it's going to automatically update based on today's date. Now you want to avoid using today function for large spreadsheets as much as possible because it's going to slow down things a lot. So only use today function if it's absolutely necessary. So I'm going to undo that. All right, so that's one way. Another way to do this is using a function called YEARFRAC. And this function has three arguments. It has the start date, which is going to be the birthday. It has the end date, which is again is going to be whichever date you want to choose as an end date. For me, that's going to be that. And finally, the last one is date convention. This optional argument, the day count convention, whatever it says, has an option here. If we open the syntax, we'll see that by default, see 0 is what's going to be used. So it's using this 3360 convention when it's using 30 days per month and 360 days per year. That's not what we're looking for. Now 1 would go with actual. So if we use 1 as the last argument here, that would use actual. So now see, it gets us how old this person is. It gives us 32.6 years old. Calculating somebody's age, we're probably not going to use 0.6. So we'll probably want to drop everything after the decimal point. So the way I can do that, I can just wrap this inside of the function int, and that should just drop decimal points from this, and I drag this down, I should be getting pretty much the same results. So that's YEARFRAC to get the same thing. And finally, age again. Let's do another method. So what we could do also, we could take today's date, and I don't need two equal signs here, and I could take today's date by using today function. If you don't want to use today's function, let's say I want to take the date and I want to type it in. So what I don't want to do is do things like this. So I don't want to type 7/10/2019 like this. More importantly, you don't want to do this because this will be divisions. 7 divided by 10 divided by 2019. So if you want to hard code your value, then you're better off using a function called dateValue to do this. So you would do dateValue, something like this, of that string, and I would do that minus the birthday. So if I do this, see, it gives me this, which really doesn't mean anything. But if I switch this to a number, it will basically be how many days old that person is. So 11,910. Now, if I take that and divide it by 365.25, and I'm doing that 0.25 to compensate for the leap year right there. See, it's going to give me that 3261 again. And to drop the decimal point, I'm going to wrap this whole thing inside of int function. And that should calculate that. So double click to drag this down. So that's a few methods to calculate the age. You can use whichever one of these you like, really. So going back to the next one, let's say we have the start date when somebody started working in this company. We want to know how many years this person worked in the company. Now, this is really the same problem, right? Like calculating the age. So you could use DATEDIF to do this calculation. And again, you could just give it the start date and the date when you're calculating this. So that would be either today function or it would be the date in quotations. I'll do this. And then finally, the format. So that's going to be Y for years. So that will be 10 years. That works. So sometimes when people do this, they want to know how many years, how many months this person worked. So if I just wanted to know how many months, I could do that DATEDIF function again and give it the start date and give it again the end date. Pretty much exactly like I did. And then instead of doing Y, I can do M, and that should give me how many months this person worked in this company. So that's how many months total this person worked in this company. If I do just D, that will be how many days total that person worked in the company. Now, if I do, however, YM, which is where this is getting a little more interesting, that gives me how many remaining months after we have all the whole years we have left here. So this is 10 years, 9 months. Now, if I did something like YD, it would be how many days remaining after that 10 years this person worked in this company. So we could do things like that. So I'm going to do YM to get the months. Now, most of the time when people do this, sometimes they want this to say 10 years, 9 months, like spelled out instead of this. So that's going to be very similar. So that's going to be really like a combination of this. So I'm going to take that and say that's 10. And then I'm going to concatenate ampersand. And I'm going to do space years and quotation again. So right now what I'm doing, I'm calculating the years here, and then I'm concatenating space years after that. So that's going to say 10 years. The reason I need the space is because if I didn't do the space, it would look like this. So I need a space after 10. So I'm going to put it in quotes here. So that's the years part. Now we need the months. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to copy this DATEDIF function, do another ampersand to combine it, and paste it again and change it to YM in the second DATEDIF function. If I hit enter, see it's 10 years, 9, but there is no space. That's why I'm going to go here after years and add a space here, hit enter, and that's 10 years, 9. And finally, we're going to need and do space months to do that text. And that's going to be 10 years, 9 months. You could also, instead of doing like 0 years, 11 months, you could do conditional. So instead of saying 10 years, 9 months, 0 years, 11 months, we might want to just say 11 months. And we could do that using an if statement. So what I'm going to do, so this part is the part that does the years. I'm going to cut that out of this formula and start with an if function, open and close parentheses right there. In if function, first, I'm going to make sure that I'm checking that it's been at least a year. again. So I could do date diff and take the start date and then give the end date again. And I'm going to calculate the years just like that. So this is going to give me how many years that person worked. And I'm going to check if that equals to 0, comma, then I just want to leave it blank. So I'm going to do double quotes. Otherwise, I'm going to do the calculation we did before. This is where I'm going to paste what I had. So that, I don't need the spacing here. That doesn't hurt, but we don't need it. I'm going to do this and drag this down. And see what you get here is just 11 months instead of 0 years. So see, there's 2 years, 0 months. So if you don't want to say 0 months, you might want to say 2 years. You can also do that same thing for this second part of the formula. I'm going to cut that and say if, open parentheses, and this is where we need to calculate the difference in months. So I'll just actually paste and modify what I have there. So I need just this part of this, the months part. So I'm going to say if that is 0, then leave it blank. Otherwise, we're going to just paste the old thing there, close parentheses, and hit enter. So drag it down. So we made this formula a little more complicated this time, I guess. But there it is. So now it says 2 years, it says 11 months, and then 10 years, 9 months. It would probably also be a good idea because this is going to add this extra blank space sometimes in the end. Put this entire thing inside of a trim function to just get rid of those extra spaces. So that should be our final thing here. I'm going to take that, drag it down, and this long formula on top should be the final result for this. So I guess if we went this far, we could take this to the next level by taking care of another case. So for example, if we had any ones here, so for example like this one, see, if it says 4 years, 1 should be month, not months. Or if it's 1 year, it should be just 1 year, not 1 years. I'm going to use some parts of this formula so I don't have to build the whole thing from scratch. I'm going to copy this date diff that gives me the years part. And here I'm going to start with a switch statement. And switch statement, if you're not familiar with it, it's similar to like an if statement. So the first one is the expression. So what I'm going to do as an expression, I'm just going to calculate the number of years, comma, and then what you do different cases. So if that ends up being 0, comma, then I want it just to be blank. I don't want to say anything, comma. If it ends up being 1, comma, I would like that to say basically the year. So I'm going to paste the function, but this should be year, not years, comma. And finally, what do I want to happen in all the other cases? So I'm going to paste that same thing again. So it should just be the same thing that says years in the end. Close parentheses, hit enter. So apparently I did some mistakes here with my formula. Let's see what's going on. So we started DATEDIF function here. We started another one here, years. There shouldn't be parentheses closing over there. That's the problem there. Let's see if I made another mistake. There's also an extra one here. So those parentheses are extra. I copied too much. I'm going to hit enter. That's going to give me this. So now if I drag this down, see, this is empty because it's a 0. And if we keep going down, is there a years case? Well, let's keep dragging this down. Hopefully we have 1. There it is. We have some 1s down there. So if we drag this down, it should be see 1 year instead of 1 years. So that takes care of the years part. And we're going to do the same thing for months. So I'm going to first go and copy the date diff that gives me the months part, this. So this time I'm not going to copy that parentheses so I don't have that issue. Hit escape, go back here, and again, do an ampersand to concatenate this, and do another switch function. And in the switch function, I'm gonna paste the calculation of the months. I don't need this part, just the calculation, comma. If it's 0, comma, it should be double quotes blank. If it's 1, comma, it should be, I'm gonna paste the DATEDIF thing, but it should just say month, not months. And finally, comma, in all the other cases, I'm gonna paste the function that was just giving us the month, number, and months text, close parentheses, hit enter, and then I'm gonna drag this down. We don't need that one. Go up here, see it says 10 years, 9 months. Good. It says 11 months. And if we keep going down, at some point, we should get those examples of having just 1. So, or that's the 0, that's not that. So 4, see, 4 years, 1 month. That's good. And if we have a year case, there it is. So 1 year, 5 months, 1 year, 8 months. Excellent. So that works. And finally, I'm going to trim that again to make sure I get rid of any extra spaces. In the end of that, drag this down. And that should take care of this. Command up. And this right here on top will be our final formula. That should do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.